Hello everyone, this is Foxcat, and if you can't really hear me, it's because I'm outside, of course, but I still want to get this off my chest. I originally intended to make this a big video, and I'm still planning to do it because I just tested out today. However, I don't have enough strength to do another big video like that, and honestly, I really do want to make another one like that in the future for the channel, but I'll get cut to the chase. I wanted to talk about something that's been major going on in the video game thing. Here we are. I was walking from there and I accidentally turned this on, and the thing about that is about the whole Switch thing. Now, if you recall, I've been doing a lot of videos about, well, actually I did like 3, but mostly recently, this is the third one in a row that I did a video about the Switch. However, this one's a bit different because I wanted to tackle it because there's been a rise of something I didn't notice. And I even myself have looked into this myself, actually. And that is, there's a lot of negativities surrounding the Switch, too. Now, like I said, I am still planning to make a big video on my computer where I go over the website because there are a lot of things I do have to nitpick. It's going to be a grand video. In fact, me doing that made me realize a bunch of other problems I'm surprised no one have noticed. But the biggest thing I want to talk about is the whole thing involving the boycott and the whole reason of the misinformation war that is going on. Like, there's a literal war going on, and it sucks. It really sucks. And not just as it actually does suck, but it sucks for people who just want to buy a console without a problem. Like, they're creating this like a crime where if you buy a Switch 2, you're a bad person kind of thing. Like, really, they've been calling a lot of people idiots trying to defend this thing. Like, I remember seeing this one negative video, which I won't say who or what. I will try my hardest not to say anything that relates to the words I heard, but he basically kind of said that Nintendo should be like a donation place for idiots. That's not the way he said it, but it's basically what he said. And it's a weird situation. It's a very, very weird situation because, first of all, people are allowed to buy what they want, okay? And at the same time, people are allowed to have their opinions. I do agree there's some problems with the Switch, too, much with other people. But at the same time, if people want to buy the Switch too, they have a right to. Okay? I've been hearing this crap, literal crap, by the way, of them saying your dollar is the vote to say no or something like that, or vote with your dollar and stuff. And I'm like, dude, that's going into communist shit. And I'm not lying. I know that sounds jumping in the dark. You have every right to shoot me for saying that, because I know it's jumping in the dark. But it really does sound like communist shit, because everyone is allowed to purchase whatever they want with their money. That's fair. And you cannot control their money. They work their hard life on it. If they want to say no and not buy the Switch, they'll say no. But if they want to say yes to buy a Switch, they say yes. There's no crime into buying a Switch, too, more specifically. And I get it. There is a big problem with many people not liking the Switch quality, how Nintendo has been fucking up, which is what that video was original 10, because, again, Nintendo really fucked up in many ways, including being the ones to cause their own problems with this misinformation, because their website is BS. And I'm definitely going to do a video one day for, I think Friday for sure, but I'm not, but don't hold me to it, of just how confusing their website for the Switch 2 was. I have to try to find a game key card for that section, and it turns out it's not even on the Switch 2 page. It's on the literal customer support page, which is stupid as fuck. They should have just put it on the Nintendo Switch 2 thing. And I know there's a lot of allegation and all that, But that's for another time and stuff. I'm just saying what really ticked me off to make this video and try my hardest to is the fact that people have the right to buy whatever they want, as long as it's not like illegal or something that will cause chaos or something. Switch 2 is none of those. It's just a game console at the end of the day. It literally just a box filled with metal and electricity. There's nothing a problem with it. And I get it. There is a problem with the pricing. Like, because again, I agree there's a little bit of problems with the $80 pricing. In fact, someone in the last video commented that Mario World Tour is the first game to do that thing, which I didn't know because, I am just so casual, I don't know things kind of thing. But I do know this. No one should be called stupid for buying a game console if they want to, and really should be called stupid in general and be just shamed for nothing. Like, if it is for something more seriously and criminal, like a literal criminal thing, then yeah, they should be shamed to death. But if they're just loving a game console and, of course, supporting a company, even though they don't know about the problems, then they shouldn't be shamed to death. They're not even ignorant or anything. They're just good people who just want to buy a Switch, too. There's nothing wrong with it. It's so weird. And this whole war of misinformation and, people going at it online, it's really pathetic. Like, it makes gamers look bad, honestly. It really does. Like, I imagine the literal normal people, like normal people, are looking at this as like, what the hell is wrong with these people? And I'm just saying that because not everyone wants a game console as well. But also at the same time, and I do mean game console, they don't want a PlayStation or Xbox either. They just want to be busy with their own jobs and stuff. They don't have time for this crap and stuff. Of course, my words may not stop this. I'm just giving my thoughts on the situation. And this is coming from a person who's mixed, because I really meant I am super mixed on the whole Switch 2 thing. I've been, and I still am. I don't know if I'm going to get it or not, because I already have, ironically, Switch at home with Nintendo OLED, which, of course, luckily they're still supporting it, though, of course, who knows how long that well was dry up. And again, we'll talk about more of that when we did the big video. But again, point I still want to hammer home. People are allowed to buy things, and they're not stupid for wanting to buy a console. And I will admit there is a bit of situation if they're supported a company, that's bad. But then again, the only crime Nintendo has been doing is greed. But even then, that's not a crime. Every company has been greedy for the past years or now. Heck, in fact, they weren't the first ones to open the floodgate. There's like a game on Switch right now called Civilization, and their major packs has $100 in it, believe it or not. So it's not like they're the first one. It's just the first biggest knowable one, though. And I'm not going to lie. But also, even then, it's not the consumer's fault. You don't know the consumer. You don't know how smart they are. So, really, just shut up on that. Like, no one's really stupid. That's, like, my issue. No one should be called stupid for a game console, and that's it. Even, no matter what. And that's fine. Final or whatever. I just want to point that out because it's my thing. Because, really, no one should be called stupid. That's... unless it's justifiable reason, that is. I need to clarify that. But for buying a game console that's, is expensive, but really, that's the stupid thing. No, for them wanting to support a company, even though they don't know their actions, no, that's not being stupid. And it's not even naivety. They're just really, who cares? They don't care about the situation. They just want a game console and deal with it. Say the least. This has been Foxcat, snapping out of here. Bye.